Hey, this reaction is directly from Twitch, so follow me there if you want to join the fun. You may also know me from my previous channel, Go Dog Chainsaw. You can also donate to me on Ko-Fi if you like my funny edits and reactions. Thank you, enjoy the video. Anyway, so back in 5.1, I accidentally already triggered the opening to her quest.
Many versions later.
Wonder if we're allowed in here. Oh, the door opened all by itself. Taking that as a yes?
Thank you, Open Sesame.
Aw, the Ictomisaur from earlier. It's really here.
This is like a really elder Ictomisaurus.
This is our Ictomisaur elder, the great Tlapokpotitstatel, a living totem among the masters of the Night.
How did I nail that? Listen, gents, you can say that all you want, but we all know no one got shafted as hard as a certain gym leader from the collective tribe. Iansan's treatment in the main story has been, sorry for the rambling, but like, the whole Ian strike thing, the fact that it's gone on for this long has been disruptive to the experience of just the games in general. It's not just she's the last hero that we get. She's barely present. She's only doing things in the background off stream. Off stream? Off game. Off screen. So we barely get to see what she's doing in the first place. And then by the time we're actually talking a lot more with her more, she's just going. By the time when we reach the finale, I don't even remember what she sounds like anymore. Well, that's just downstairs, ain't it? Yeah. That whole incident back then with the VAs not getting paid, that was on the studio side. Mihoyo was immediately on their asses, so thank God for Mihoyo.
One of the routine duties of a priest. We attempt to contact the spirits of our ancestors to seek epiphanies and revelations.
It's the big, tall guy.
So, you two are the appointed ones. I am Chief Biram. Welcome, and thank you for your patience.
So tall.
Wait until he stands up.
Allow me to explain. Our tribe has an old tradition of recording history in the form of woven scrolls. When a major event occurs that affects all of Natlan, we record it on a different kind of scroll, used for this exact purpose. Elder Tlapo sensed a ley line change quite some time ago, but had not yet designated the scroll weavers until you arrived.
Ley line change? You mean when Capitano sat on the throne?
In the 200 years that Elder Tlapo has held this position, none of the appointed ones have ever been experienced scroll weavers. They all submitted scrolls in time, yet each of them claimed it was not their own work, but a gift from the spirits.
Right.
Man, this tribe gets more mysterious by the second.
I can explain everything in detail when we get to the site of the test. But first, please wait a moment while I change out of the soul shielding cloak.
Biram removes his cloak and carefully hands it to the priest for safety.
Please, follow me.
You have to angle the camera down on the fucking ground. 2 2/3 Lumine tall. 4 Paimons tall.
Today's test is, quite simply, to find a way to escape that space.
Oh, escape room. Lovely. God damn. Look at you. Thanks for the follow. Hey. Ooh. Oh, who's that? Who's that on the back? She got flaming hair too. Is that a previous Pyro Archon?
No.
Also, custom OST as well. This scroll has purposely been hung in the very middle of the ceiling. Whatever it means, it must be significant. Also, are those spirits? Ochkan. And then it's the murals we've seen in Ochkanatlan.
Right.
Pretty colors and pretty laid.
Over there, something just flashed. Traveler, did you catch that?
Maybe that's how we get out. By seeing things we couldn't see before.
Oh,
Ah,
right.
yes.
Hermit's with you.
By tripping it out on Masters of the Night Wind booth. Or use the Saurians. Yes, that's definitely what I had in mind.
Whew, we finally made it out.
It is just as I thought. You are indeed capable of
It really
undertaking this
was
mission.
not that hard.
Centuries ago, a great shaman by the name of Huitzilin put in place a security measure so that anyone who entered the room without permission will become trapped inside. It exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, I have at least found out how to turn it on and off. Once someone is trapped inside, it is all but impossible for them to escape without outside help. Unless they share the great shaman's ability to perceive that strange color.
The Ectomisaur's perception. I think I know what you mean.
Clearly, you must have this ability, which leads me to believe that our Ectomisaur Elder can sense this ability in people, and that it appoints a scroll weaver on this basis.
Another secret power? Traveler, you are full of mysteries.
This die is the key to weaving the scroll, and your special ability is the key to obtaining it.
I think with the ability to help comes the responsibility to do so. With great power
What is
comes
the
great
reward, by the way?
responsibility.
Is it
Act 1 is done. Yes, sir. Can I have one of your staffs as a polearm? No? Okay. Legendary color. Oh, my legendary color will always be purple. Bright purple and lime green. No one can argue with me that there's a better color or color combination for that matter.
So the dye is somewhere in this cave, huh?
The only person who's been inside is the great shaman, Huitzilin. And that was 300 years ago. According to her, the artwork tells the story of a hero by the name of Kuntur.
Let's head in and take a look.
Oh look, it's Sumeru.
This should be the place. That fruit Toltec mentioned should be the one on the wall, right?
3 Masters of the Nightwind people with a big chunky something. Is there like a secret puzzle to this? It's a slow ass door.
Toltec has updated me on your progress. Well done. I
I
appreciate
have come
your
back to
efforts.
feel self-conscious about my height. 3 of them. Your
Please come with me. Take a look at this.
person.
It's a woven scroll made by one of our ancestors. This is the kind of thing we're trying to make.
Ooh.
The person depicted is the legendary shaman, Huitzilin. She lived 200 years ago and was once appointed by the Ectomisaur Elder, like yourselves. She was especially skilled in the art of color manipulation,
Color.
and of course completed her task with flying colors.
No pun intended.
This scroll is a record of her deeds, and was most likely the work of her own hand. The quality is simply breathtaking, even compared to other scrolls of this variety. Sadly, since she passed away, all of our Ectomisaur Elder's subsequent appointees have had to rely on the gift from the spirits to complete their work.
I'm gonna guess this gift from the spirits has something to do with Citlali later on. Yep, apply remaining dye.
Did it work? Paimon doesn't see it.
Oh, that color isn't showing up. Oh, the dyeing has failed.
You said yourself you're all about change and reform. Well, this seems like a pretty good place to start, don't you think? Writing things down would be easier for everyone and your records would be more detailed.
I think you perhaps misunderstood my philosophy, but that's okay. I can answer your question, but there's somewhere I need to show you first.
Oh, sure.
The top.
Cool. Look at this view. What do you think?
Oh, there's a pineapple slice there.
In all the years since the founding of our tribe, those colors have been with us every step of the way.
Was that violet, purple, pink, cyan?
It is true that I seek to bring new life to this ancient tribe through change and reform. But I also understand there are certain foundational things that we cannot afford to throw away. Then let us hope that when we next meet, we succeed in reviving this tradition.
We will, with the help of a very cute expert. Color. We'll be seeking out the help of someone that's lived longer than them all. Yes. Okay, we got sidetracked. We're summoning the Celestial with this one. Come home, Daneslave. Come home, Kiana. Primordial God Istara. Crazy to think though, because you know one day we'll have to pull those characters. Like, we'll be pulling fucking, what, imaginary time gods? This is the quest, okay.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to.
What do you guys want?
Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
I hope these are different from the guys stationed here. Because this is Dottoro's people. And if y'all didn't know, Dottoro actually came back recently during Act 5, so that's really concerning. He came back to investigate the moon fragments.
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
A Fontainian.
Montluçon, at your service.
Montluçon.
I work in the publication business. And you two...
Oh.
Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Publication so close with Charlotte?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake.
Paimon, don't drop the line of, oh, we're so famous.
Your exploits in Fontaine
don't
have
do it.
all the makings of a
Just don't-
best-selling
just don't
series.
say it.
I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow! We're really famous at this point, traveler!
Paimon. You always say this. We've saved how many fucking nations now? Why are you still surprised?
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I need her help with something.
Oh.
Yeah, the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
But it's us asking her for the favor, right? Not them straight up asking her. So we have a better chance.
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
1.6k Primo Gems, or I'm not doing it.
Nice to meet you. The name's Ajaw. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
You look the part, yes.
Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin?
Yes, she's the one that worked with colors, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Huitzilin created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Huitzilin used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Damn. It's so nice though that we can connect all these like cross-nation interactions now. It would be better if it's like cross-nation with playable characters kind of interaction, but this is already, it's nice. It shows how much we've, you know, we've journeyed, we've helped. They're so distinct now in like our memories of playing through all these.
Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth.
Oh, so who better to consult for help when, dude, Citlali might have even been there for the Battle of the Seven Colors, right? You know what I don't hope's gonna happen? That Monsieur Montluçon turns out to be a bad guy. Pretty much happens in every single story quest recently. So Slowly's mom, she's a bad guy. That mom from the Flower Feather clan, she's the bad guy.
The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with Huitzilin. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction.
Granny!
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it?
Let her live her secluded life.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice.
Shit.
If I could just copy it down,
It reminds me of...
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the
It
talking.
reminds me of her
and we'll
teaser
wait
now.
for you
That
here.
little girl.
Okay,
that kept
we'll go
coming
knock on the
over.
door.
Granny, it's 6 p.m. You need to wake up now.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
Kid, wait. Does that mean that girl's descendants are still coming here to do the thing? Or is this just some random person? So she's got FedEx packages. She's got a vase on the ground, a vase, if you will. Book, and big empty bottle. So, this is Citlali's real hermit, huh? Close the door a bit. They can't see you yet.
Traveler!
Door closes abruptly. Yep. And a lot of shuffling, isn't it? It's okay.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Let her live the youthful life.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
If it turns out whoever the fuck turns out to be a bad guy, I don't think this guy would be bad. He actually sounds enthusiastic about the research. She's clutching her head.
So this is where Citlali lives.
Hey.
Actually,
there's a lot
didn't
of
have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
True. Can't argue against that. I think all she did was rearrange the FedEx packages.
Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists.
That's your defense.
Also,
Jesus.
I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you? You're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you?
Even if we were.
It's my duty as a great shaman to check that
I
kind
don't
of
think
thing.
I would tell you.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
She only called me a hermit. That bothers her? I thought she was above superficial rules of the social etiquette. Did you hear that too, Citlali?
I can still hear you, you know.
I apologize for offending you.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts.
It's okay,
It's just a
easier
simple
communication.
spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the fritz.
We need your help.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
What if the request comes from me?
From you?
The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
I need to think about it.
I mean, take your time, Granny. Oh, she is storming. Give up hell, Citlali. I mean, you don't bang on Granny's doors. What the fuck? Respect your elders.
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so...
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision.
God, she is
Pull
angry.
a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors? Fine. I'll help you.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. I never took her to be the heartless type anyway.
Who are you calling heartless?
Hey, it's a damn it, Granny, it's a compliment.
Not a problem. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Bro, one question at a time.
Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe. I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it.
Moluson said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitzilin tell you about it?
The battle was legendary.
Close friends? More like arch rivals.
Uh-oh.
Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing.
No.
All students from Huitzilin's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those
What?
graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Huitzilin's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a necessary change.
As my rival, Huitzilin only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of Seven Colors. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter.
So Citlali's doing this all for me? She can still hear you, by the way.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
Don't misunderstand. A great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
If people are ever gonna come to visit you, you need to keep a good image at least.
Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about. Huitzilin was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. Most of Huitzilin's students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me.
Oh.
Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life.
Run for dear life. It's like Citlali some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run away. Better to fend off a tyrant than a hero of Natlan.
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine. I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Look at that smile.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
Granny Huitzilin!
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
What the
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to
No,
the end.
that's not...
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
Okay, don't say that. That's just gonna rub more salt in the wound.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it?
Oh my god.
You want their name, don't you?
Oh, it's the traveler and her companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Huitzilin.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Lord.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Stop. Stop, please.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
She beat them in a duel. So what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head.
She's zapped over here quick.
Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
Well, I do.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation. Huh? Oh, it's you.
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
The poor cameraman has to fucking prone on the ground every time they need a shot of a normal height person and Biram.
Hi there, Elder Tlapo.
Elder Talapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Oh.
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Ectomisaur Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
When Citlali was around, you were probably still just a baby, Tommy Sore.
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitzilin's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Huitzilin were close.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Why does Granny Eatsley want to question us all of a sudden?
Should we plan our answers in advance?
That brutal graduation exam. It's all coming back to me.
You heard the chief. There's no running away.
Bro, all this guy wants to do is run.
Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Huitzilin's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified.
God damn.
During the battle, Huitzilin most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
Would you tell?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot. It's the only thing I can think of.
All right. Give me their address. To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
You're giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Now that those words can come from up here as well.
Hello, are you Asia Man?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley?
He's even worse. He got so scared he ducked out of the dialogue frame.
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
A whole 2 generations of pure fear.
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
It's like those fairy tales you tell kids. The kid who called Wolf, 3 little pigs, to teach him life lessons. Except this fairy tale involves a real person. I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas.
The techniques my family learned from Huitzilin didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood.
So it didn't get passed
Turns
down.
out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. You're investigating the Battle of 7 Colors? There's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilin's stories were passed down to us as well.
Oh, that's useful.
Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. The story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
So it does exist.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk Cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle.
I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Just accept the gifts, Citlali.
Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Don't expose her like that. I don't think that's a trait of herself. She wants to just freely let people know.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
What the? Not the fucking Raiden Shogun Isekai one? Oh, come on.
It's the first major hit of the isekai genre.
Oh my gosh,
Several
actually says
editions have gone
isekai.
to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable. There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends.
Citlali. Let's not destroy their image of you being a wise shaman, huh?
Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago, but it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
Oh, maybe he was bullshit.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
I don't know, man. Sounds kind of sus to me.
Huh. Amateur.
When should we meet tomorrow?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Awfully impatient.
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
My guess is that she just wants to sleep.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Oh, Luson's totally gonna be the bad guy, isn't he? Wanna grab a meal? My treats. Think of it as thank you for today.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
This is the important plan.
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years?
Citlali leads you to a hot air balloon. Oh.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Oh, and it's you. Ooh, shit. Is that her own powers of the projection?
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company.
Dude, that looks so cozy,
So
though.
I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Great. The halberd crestbirds didn't eat my snacks.
Bro, but I would... Honestly, though, I would not feel safe sitting and dining here. This shit's still a projection. If something goes haywire, this whole thing just... Granny.
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break.
Worth it? I guess. Anything for Granny, huh? Anything for Granny. Oh, I won't get to... You won't get to read my mind anymore.
That should do it.
This really is a one-of-a-kind view. That must be why Citlali likes to come here.
You're not wrong. Hold on.
Oh.
Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough?
My palm's sweaty.
Close your eyes.
Mom's spaghetti.
Hold up.
Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
We could have had this with Xiao last week, when he was doing the to link the senses so we can see the fetter. This scene can be taken so out of context, by the way.
Okay, what about now?
I think I heard something. It sounded like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Citlali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot.
Gee,
I still hear
you're getting
you.
tipsy too.
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Your speech is a little slurred now.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease her. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
You can still confide in people with how you are in private. Be awfully lonely. Why live like that?
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance. But it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again.
But the Traveler can be the flower that blooms forever for you.
Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is.
For once,
most of the people in my life will be gone one
Lumine
day.
can be something
just like a flower.
different.
Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul.
That's the thing with immortality.
Citlali.
For once, my approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan. I have some truly ancient memories.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
Fuck, okay, this is why. All the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
I have a friend who lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. But sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they'll live on in the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So, if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. Wow, that's a... Whoa, that was too personal. Dang, that's a bold thing to say. She had a... Who's she referring to? We've lost a lot of she's. Less in Europe, man. Fuck off. Rukativata.
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the Traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
That was too deep for her. She's doing the...
I'm fine.
Whoa,
Get home
Granny?
by myself.
Granny.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
She just dipped.
Alright.
But that was nice though for Lumine to say. Citlali doesn't really have a chance to have someone as close, you know, because she's just... She said it herself, the weight of meeting new friends and watching them die has crushed her for all these centuries. Traveler's something she never expected to have. And she doesn't know how to react to it. Granny. Wasn't even that high. Holy fuck. Last time I rode a bike on you and you barely dropped a few feet down, you fucking just died.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Oh, hey Granny.
Citlali!
For someone that's been along so much that always frequents bars, do you think she has a higher alcohol tolerance? No?
This should be it.
But you had to change a
So
crew.
the battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Charlotta team. Charlotta. Hang on, wrong game. Charlotte is a go. That looks gloomy as hell.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
Naughty, you're teasing me, you naughty.
He glanced back at us with his peripheral vision. Just have to be prepared to fight his lot.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Oh, do I need to take it? Place it? Ah.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Huitzilin might have used.
Put the sphere down. That's cute. Platforming over such a small gap? Gosh. Can't be me. Oh, we're standing on the piss platforms. Shit.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Whoa.
Look! A maze
Ooh.
made of colors.
It's actually just platforms, but sure. This looks like Ochka Natlan architecture.
I can't believe it.
Hold on. The
Looks
quality
really-
of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory, correct?
Oh,
Huitzilin?
damn, does she preserve a part of herself in here?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss?
Also, the Abyss is trying to corrupt the ley lines, and the ley lines contain the memories of the whole world.
That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to
Really is
wield that
pretty.
weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory, guided by vibrant colors. Your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Aye.
Any ideas, Citlali?
March forward.
Sounds like she left a tutorial.
March 7th
Not surprising.
forward.
She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
Ooh. But the worst part is you can't come back to them. I know it ends up being pointless. Like, why would we come back to them? But for those designs, like the Sky Fortress in Chaska's thing to be just temporary is that's crazy.
I'm guessing the purpose is to help allies navigate this place.
Incinerate! We got the piss orb. Let's go. Oh, portal. Ow.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
That was the maze they had such
Hold
a
on.
hard time solving?
This is It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed.
Right.
Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Okay. Are you now gonna show your true colors as well? Yep. Okay.
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
No,
Let's
you may not.
Let's beat the shit out of him, okay? What? Hey! What the hell are you thinking? Take my prototype Rancor.
You noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself.
Yeah.
What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Ali is a good chap.
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
Sorry, this was so predictable. The fact that I know immediately at the start that, oh, this is he the bad guy again this time? It just shows how many times they've done this.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place!
What if that was my goal all along? I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat. But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
Right.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine law demands it be taken down immediately.
Oh, it's been so long since we've seen Melusi.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
I'm sorry, this is his motivation? He spent the money to hire a Fatui squadron that works under probably the Doctor, or is just some other, probably pricey as fuck, just to erase the history that such a product was never made centuries ago, so he can sell. There was that incident I remember reading, like these two were matched up in like League or something, or some game, whatever, and then like they talked trash to each other. One of them got mad, it was like an Asian guy, and then the guy flew like all the way to where his opponent was playing, like where he was playing him from, to fucking sock a hammer to his head. This is what that feels like.
We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
Wow, and he's also shaming them.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
You're trying to bribe the Maison Garinache?
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
Is he dumb or what?
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell. I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Instead of this, he should have just seen it as a way to, oh, I can improve upon this concept that existed already, like give it my own spin so it's more modern and accessible to everyone else. Because that dye, anyway, back in the Nalan, the one he's so pissy about right now, is dated, and not everyone can just freely use it anyway. So, dude, with with the technology you have from Fontaine, you could easily revitalize and just... It's so stupid, Jesus.
All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my
Literally
findings, and publish it around the world.
historical
Then, the so-called
monuments
truth
and
becomes your word
memoirs from centuries ago. You want to destroy it for your own selfish, profitable reasons. When there could have easily been a other solution that you couldn't see because you were blinded by rage. What the fuck did he suggest? Mere moments after being notified that this shit has existed before. Oh, I'm gonna bribe the police.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzli. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds.
He's trying to convince us like this?
I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Huitzilin was your rival.
That's not real history.
That's a no then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Teach him a lesson.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me. United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrator, his interests, and his wealth.
Pantalone? Wow, so his goons are a bunch of dicks too. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrator's interests.
So, while his co-workers are out there trying to cause the bad ones are trying to cause actual destruction, such as the Torre trying to burn down the tree of Irminsul, and Scaramouche trying to, well, past Scaramouche before he became Good Boy, trying to become the new gods, the new Archon for Sumeru, and La Senora trying to take over Inazuma and kicking Venti in the guts. Regrator is here trying to crash their stock market? I mean, I guess that's the shit you gotta resort to when you don't have a fucking vision.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Itzli.
Wow, that's
they could give Regrator a run for his Mora.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
Maybe they didn't want to. Maybe because those working under the captain are actually decent people.
You're on your own.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Oh, himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes.
Wow.
Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. I'm off.
Yeah, you thought you could get away. That's hilarious. Damn, did she just suck him?
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
No. Oh, you shitty little...
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
We need to find Citlali. She's probably somewhere around here, too.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Citlali!
She on one of the...
Looks like it's not gonna be that easy.
One of the pink platforms?
What should we do?
I saw a special color. Seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
There's no time to think about that.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natland. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections. These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory, so I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. Our words.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
How much of it's gonna cost you? I have to find her.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling.
Yeah,
You're the one who will be saved this time.
Don't be so hasty.
After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated.
Someone that can stay.
The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that even without your tutelage, she can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although she doesn't know how to wield it, she unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide her to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest...
So that whole telepathic thing is this.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas.
Oh, she's gone.
Cherish them.
Huitzilin.
Citlali!
Paimon! Traveler! Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time!
And it caved in.
I can explain. I had no idea
Sounds like a good
Malu-san was
chat.
such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you.
Dang, see, good chat.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Malu-san!
Oh, good.
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
Good on
My
you.
bank balance! No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most.
Wow. Yep. Money over everything. Wasn't even scared for his family or anything. It's money.
The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll! But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now!
Don't worry, Huitzilin's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer.
Yeah?
I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Whoa. Hold on. Oh, that's Malvika. Oh, that's a banner of... That's us and Malvika, along with the 6 heroes. Shit, this is recent.
Scrolls. I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend.
Huitzilin.
The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster?
Coincidentally, yes.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match. Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history?
One of many deaths she's had to do.
Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. Will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Huitzilin. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Claw helped you bring the woven scroll outside.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time.
I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey.
Oh, this is about to be very colorful.
When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose.
Oh, flower feather
Fields of
clan.
green to beckon adventurous
Scions.
and azure oceans
People of the
with which to
springs.
sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the
Children of
danger,
the Echoes.
hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
And that's hers.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Preserving these colors in memory, that's the true duty of the appointed. That way, they're not lost to the piles of black and white text. Aww. Damn, like,
I knew you would understand.
a lot of beautiful colors in that one.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali?
God, look, it's got like, it's blinding. God, remember the gifts from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to
Yeah,
weave the special scroll.
I guess that one.
That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
It's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Just like Huitzilin wanted to be remembered by Citlali, Citlali wanted us to be remembered by the world.
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Okay.
The essence of
It's
that
so
color
blinding.
is memory.
Holy
That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories.
That shit is actually so bright.
Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Huitzilin died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people. It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
You mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point.
No, you can start
This
over
time,
now.
though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Okay.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory.
Does this
and
mean
carry
I'm
my color in your mind.
officially your friend?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
No, promise kept, but that won't be for a long time as well.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking. But only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I
Get
lied.
rid of it?
Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it.
So, is there a way to stop it? Why would we want that?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
Paimon.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it.
So confused.
It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for
What
now.
if that's do?
Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Unless I've had a few drinks.
Not just floating. Oh, so you can turn it off. That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Bruh. Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
As you recount. Yep. So, yep.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described.
Final lesson, yeah.
After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler.
Honestly,
you completed your task admirably.
So honestly,
finding a way to carry on that
take
legacy
their time with that one.
is now our duty.
Alright, we'll leave that to you.
We interrogated the Fontainian merchant she apprehended, and it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history.
Oh.
He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing.
The urge to punch its fictional character through the screen. God damn.
You told him everything, right?
Yep, we left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Biram deserves something in return for his hard work.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are.
Hey,
I've been looking
Allie.
everywhere for you.
Hope they did not give you a hard time, because you were actually innocent in the whole ordeal.
Oh, it's the other Fontainian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allie. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing. So, here I am.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be blamed for it. You were unknowingly an accomplice.
I'll be heading back to
You're a
Fontaine
victim
soon.
too.
No employer means no funding, after all.
Aww.
But I wanted to finish my investigation first.
Damn, can we pay you? I have 150 mil. You can take 10 million.
I'd like to ask some questions about Huitzilin.
I can give you 10
I
million.
want people outside of Natland to hear her story.
I'll pull a Mr.
But my
Beast
understanding still has
if I
some
have
holes.
to.
I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
Not like the imposter before him. He has a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Yes, getting the drunk as fuck.
Important plans?
The same important plans.
Oh, thank you very much.
Elliot conducts a thorough interview, only leaving when Citlali finally runs out of patience. Shit. Okay.
Another day, another drained social battery.
That is so me. We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take some time to find.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person.
That's cool. I have TP waypoints.
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
In the meantime, would you care for if I gave you this little chibi statue of the collectible, the great Narukami Gosho, God of Thunder?
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
Whoa, brother, whoa, now.
I'm gonna take this as a sign that Lumine can move in with you. Jeez, a key to your house?
And this is?
A key to her house?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time.
Wow.
You'll disturb my sleep.
We can just move in with her. Whoa. They're just gonna... Crazy, bruh. We speed ran that. That's so true. We are so in. Oh, what? Wait. Dead ass. No way. That's actually kind of cool. Really? Hey. Oh, she has Fischl's one and... Dude. We should probably write a message. Citlali might not even notice them all in this mess. Okay, let's see. What's the big idea? How did she react to our gift? Oh, it's shiny. The light novel sitting quietly on the table in pristine condition. Its new owner clearly hasn't been able to bring herself to read it, choosing to simply admire it instead. The area has been intentionally wiped clean, with not even so much as a speck of dust around it. Really? She hasn't read it yet? I know it's limited edition, but damn. But it's already secondhand though, because the other guy was reading it already. So, Granny, you're such a geek. This story quest is actually really nice. I think this quest, compared to all the other quests, is the one we connected the most. The Traveler connected the most with the focused playable character. Like I've mentioned before, and it's proved it actually in this quest, that someone like Traveler is pretty much so essential to what Citlali needs in her life right now, like a actual proper constant in her life. That void has never been filled until now, and we're there to do that, you know. We have done that. She gave us the keys to her house. We can literally move in and be family. It's a big deal for her. It's a big deal for both Traveler and Citlali, because like we also share that the power of understanding and perceiving colors in this specific way. We share the telepathic ability. Oh no, which we can use to tease Citlali, as it was shown in this quest a lot. But yeah, overall, very nice quest. Very nice quest. We learned about her connection with Huitzilin, who wanted to leave her color in the memory of Citlali, and Citlali, like I said, in return wants to leave our color in the world of Natlan, or rather Teyvat, altogether. So, very wholesome, cutesy in places, but very nice quest. Till then, those of you on YouTube, thanks for watching this VOD. Hope you enjoyed it as much anyways, even without all the funny editing that I wish I could have done if I had the time. But hey, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye bye.